this world. We are right here in Spice Country, Grenada. So those of you home, we welcome you. Anywhere in the world, we welcome you. This is a wonderful event. And listen, if you're a pan enthusiast, a pan lover, brace yourself. Trust me, we are here to have a good time. And remember, it's all in the name of the man, our icon, Mr. David Peck Edwards. Brenda, a pleasant good afternoon.
Well, good evening, Kareem. It's no longer afternoon. It's still into dusk here in the beautiful community of St. Paul's. They like to think of it as a parish. Yeah, they like to think. Some people actually call St. Paul's a parish. It's a pleasure to be here, to be in your company, of course, and to be of service to the Grenada Steelband Association as they pay tribute and honor the man David Peck Edwards this evening in the first ever Peck Pan Explosion.
Yes, and we noticed here this evening, Brenda, we have the bands that are here, 5 bands, and they're all champions.
5 champions, the best of the best. And as we go through the evening, we will notice that Peck really touched the pan, touched the lives of most of these musicians here, all these 5 steel orchestras. We have the Rainbow City All-Stars, who really assisted tremendously, Republic Bank, Angel Harps, the Food Fair Suzuki, Pan Wizards, the New Dimensions. You know, when you say New Dimensions, it's like, you know, family.
Yeah, it's like
to
Saint
Peck.
Peck, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. It's like Saint Peck. And of course, we are in the home of the Comanchero Steel Orchestra.
Wonderful. So I think, Brenda, we're ready to start officially, and we're going to move stage side, where we're going to have the opening prayer and so on. All right, the formalities right there at the stage side. So wherever you are, once again, we welcome you, and we now move stage side to get into the formalities and start the evening off with a bang.
Yeah. Cecil Noel is standing by as we bring you the first ever Peck Pan Explosion.
Welcome to this, the first of the Peck Pan Explosion. It is our hope that this event is one that will be annually. First of all, let me apologize to everyone for the late start, the half an hour late start. As you will appreciate, the event is one that is open air, and we had some rain, so that set us back a bit. However, we are here, and we are here to enjoy the sweet song of steel. And to get us going, we are going to have an opening prayer, and that opening prayer is going to be said by the Vice President of the Steelband Association, Mr. Dominic Jeremiah. Let's invite him to the microphone.
Good evening, everybody. Wherever you are, I invite you to bow your head as we pray. Psalm 100 says, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord." And we are here to make a joyful music unto the Lord. We remember David Peck Edwards, in whose honor this event has been organized. We continue to pray for his wife and for his family. In addition, we pray for all those pan heroes who have contributed to the development of this art form in Grenada. We thank them for their sacrifices and their service to the development of pan in Grenada. Today we give God special thanks for bringing all of the bands here today. Our talented arrangers and pan players, we welcome them and we lift them to the Lord, and we ask the Lord to continue to bless their talent. Bless this evening's event, and all our faithful pan lovers and patrons, the technical staff, and those who are with us via the virtual platforms. May your name be praised, O God, with these sweet symphonies of pan music. We lift this evening to the Lord, and we pray for his blessings. Amen.
We now have the national anthem, and it's going to be played on pan. by Jonathan Ramirez. Thank you very much, Jonathan. It is my great pleasure to now invite the President of the Grenada Steelband Association, Mr. Victor Ashby, to give us some brief remarks. Mr. Ashby.
Thank you, Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, panists, local, ex-panists, local and foreign, we, the Grenada Steelband Association, is very pleased to welcome all to this very special presentation by a significant representation of the Grenada Steelband Association. This activity needs all the praise, all the support, and all the motivation that can be provided. The initiation, the creation, the anticipated delivery are all in the name of David Peck Edwards. We're going to sample what I call a genre of music. But please listen to the first piece. The first piece by all of the bands, tribute to Peck, mixed with reggae to follow, local and foreign, slow, calypso touch, you name it. This is a high point in the spirit of Pan. We are in the bubble of the spirit of Peck. Let Pan play. Everyone enjoy, local, foreign, and otherwise, in the spirit of Pan. God bless.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ashby. Just a few little orders, so please appreciate we are not having a MC for the show. It's televised, or I should say it's live on social media. So what we expect and what we promise to give you is a smooth flow of sweet Steelband music. Just to give you an idea of what is going to happen, we have 5 bands here with us this evening, and we have 5 songs that each band will be playing. But the intention is that each band will play the first song, which will be the tribute to Peck, and then the second rounds we have the bands playing a slow piece in the same order, and that will follow by a Trinidad soca, a Trini soca. We'll then have a reggae piece, and we will end with a local Grenada soca. The bands are ready to go, and we're asking them please to queue up. So the first band will be the Rainbow City All-Stars, and we're asking them please to get ready to go. Followed by Republic Back Angel Harps, and we are also asking you members of Angel Harps to be behind your instruments, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening production is one that we saw really fit to put on, because we all are aware that we had no carnival, we had no Steelband, no soca, and we just thought it fit that in order to keep the art form alive, to make sure that we reach out to you, our supporters, you the people who look forward to hearing our music, we thought it extremely important to put on this virtual event for you. So we have the bands here, they're ready to go, and we are now going to invite the first steel orchestra, the Rainbow City Steel Orchestra, for the presentation of the first song, the song in tribute to David Peck Edwards. Thank you.
Right, lovely, Brenda. I tell you. So we have officially started, and now we're getting right into a steel band. And we have some information to give on the steel band in Rainbow City All-Stars. Remember, Rainbow City All-Stars, they're currently unsponsored. They're located in Chapel Road in Grenville, St. George's.
To remind a few of you who are here, for example, other PAN members, it's still COVIDious times.
You're right, and remember in 1990 they were formed. The manager is Mr. Miguel Fortune, the captain is Richard Collier, all right, and arranger is Mr. Othniel Sinclair, one of their own, all right. Rainbow City also started as a community band in the town of Grenville. However, with dwindling community membership, Joseph Square's date, with the assistance of David Peck Edwards, introduced Steelband to secondary schools in Grenville. This was the impetus Rainbow needed. From then on, the band grew from strength to strength, fueled by youthful energy. In 2000, Rainbow captivated the judges' hearts with the Black Wizards composition of David Peck Edwards' arrangement, creating Trouble in the Panorama. All right?
going to be doing their first pieces. Pan is Progress. Of course, arranged. It was composed and sung by, well, composed by Peck and sung by Reggie Charles. Remember Reggie? And the arranger, Javon Andrews. So we go on to the Republic Bank, Angel Harps.
Brenda, I tell you, the sweet sound of steel. That's another. Listen, that's a. Oh my goodness, I am speechless. Yeah, you remember that one, right?
I remember that.
Yeah. Ding ding, ding ding ding, ding dang dang dang. Do we? Yes.
They brought up the something's going on with my mic. So just
Okay. Well, yeah. But okay. Listen.
right. So something's going on with my mic. So let's do this. I can't touch it. COVID. Right. But it was one of the few times that he introduced this really where they brought the artist up on stage. They would sing the song and then I remember Reggie doing this. And then Peck and his band came on and they blew up at the place. I mean, Angel Harps, they are Grenada's most winningest steel band, Republic Bank Angel Harps. We sang this in the home of Comancheros. Yes, we know that. And they have done such a great job. I am sure Peck is moving his legs wherever he is. Reggie must be smiling. The nostalgia this is just absolutely fantastic. Are we getting ready
Okay,
for band
yes,
number 3?
band number 3. And of course, this is the band that Peck formed himself, the New Dimension. Currently, they are unsponsored. They're still located on Melville Street, formed in 1998 by David Peck Edwards. All right. The captain now is Mr. Ricardo Ashton. And arranger now is Cordell Byam.
Cordell
So we
Byam,
go
yeah.
stateside and let's welcome another David Peck arrangement from
Well, this
the
is a special
New
ode
Dimension.
to Peck. We have to
Of
give.
course,
yeah.
of course,
So
of
let's
course.
hear it for David Peck's New Dimension.
Tell you,
Specs band.
I tell you. And Brenda, this is in fact his first panorama title rendition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
First panorama.
Yeah. Pan is
Yes.
magic. All right.
Yeah, Pan
Folks,
is magic.
we are having a wonderful time. And remember, we
Indeed.
promise you food slow. And trust me, so far, we're moving along sweetly and smoothly.
It is, and we must say, I mean, special commendations to the Grenada Steelband Association, especially for putting the logistics here this afternoon. It's really, really, really well done, considering you see COVID again. There are such bright and magical sparks in COVID. I mean, before, if we had to have a competition like this or an event like this, we'd have been waiting a while for bands to come on and come off, right? But this is so well done. So we must say congratulations to the Grenada Steelband
Yeah,
Association.
of course, and we must give kudos to the guys on the ground, Brenda. The
Yeah.
guys we see pulling wires and
We're not
amplifying
showing
the
them.
bands and yeah, but you know, exactly.
They're doing a great
But
job.
They are the ones. They really.
They are the
making this happen.
off-screen
They're moving.
off-screen cast.
Moving
The
really
off-screen cast normally works the hardest. So the first, just to let everyone who is viewing this evening know that the first rendition that you were hearing from the steel orchestras, those are the tribute songs to Peck. Of course, they will each play 5 renditions, but the first one is a tribute song, whether it's Panorama, whatever he was involved in as Grenada's winningest arranger. Somebody tell me how just now I say how Republic is over here. Let's have their little
Yes, I know.
rivalry in the common Cheryl's yard, and okay, we give everybody their thing. But of course, Peck is Grenada's most winningest arranger, and Republic Band, we give that to them. Winningest band, right?
Okay, wonderful.
Getting ready.
Yeah, that's band number 4.
Band number 4.
All right, and
This is a band where Peck spent
his last days. Yeah.
really spent with his great friend Michael Blaze Robertson. He spent a lot of time with the Food Fair Suzuki Pan Wizards, and it is an honor this evening for them to do Peck's Lesson for Pan, of course, arranged by Michael Blaze Robertson.
Let's hear them.
For
Yeah.
Food Fair Suzuki Pan Wizards.
Right,
He
set it up.
made such a great statement with it. That was absolutely fantastic. It's
yes, I'm
just
telling
really
you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know, Karim, a lot of Peck's arrangements, and so at first, you know, they were like, you know, those of us the untrained ear, the first thing we would say is that, yeah, boy, song like Trinidad kind of thing. And you know, the thing about him, I think his hallmark were complicated yet really sweet harmonies
Yeah.
and melodies.
Wonderful.
You know, and you're hearing that this evening in a lot of what is being
Yeah,
played
and,
here.
a lot of the times when his bands perform, that for some reason that clarity, you're just able to
Yeah.
manipulate those
Yeah,
instruments
yes.
to get what he wants
And
out.
always
it just
drew
really
you
suit.
in.
Yeah.
And then you're constantly waiting because you know somewhere in there there's going to be some surprise. You're going to be taken to a place other than.
Yeah.
So and we're hearing that. So these bands are doing
always a
really,
joy.
really great. So that
we
was
we've had 4 so far.
yeah, and
that was
of course
we
that
had
was
Rainbow,
Food
we
Fair,
had-
Suzuki, Pan
Right.
Wizard. And we must say, well, we said it earlier, that from 2018 until the time of his passing in July, Peck spent his
last
time
days
with
right
them.
there at,
So we
in
must,
River
you
Road.
know, a special thank
Yeah.
you to Blaze and his team
Yeah,
at,
that was a
at-
wonderful
at
job,
Pan
wonderful
Wizards for
job.
welcoming Peck. So we are in the home of the next band. All right, we are
Yeah.
in St. Paul's, the community of St. Paul's that would like to think they're a parish. And we are getting ready to welcome Carmen Cheros. So, you know, they have won a national panorama champion 7 times.
Yeah.
All right, so this is no small thing here, it's a big thing.
Yeah, man, all champions.
Yes.
Remember, all champions.
All
band, all
champions.
5 bands are champion bands.
So
you
they
know,
are ready and raring for their tribute to David Peck Edwards.
and they are doing memories.
memories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's all right. So let's go up stage side. Lovely. Wow, just nice and mellow.
Yeah, memories. That's one of my favorites. That one from Maroon 5 and the arrangements on the Steel Orchestra this evening. It was done by Andre Greenidge for Comancheros.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Brenda, we are getting ready to start the second round.
The second round,
Right.
yes, we are. But
Yeah.
before we do so, of course, the bands, they are going to set up and go in order again. But we're going to have a conversation with one of the arrangers, Michael Blaise Robertson. Of course, Blaise is a very good and dear friend of Peck. Peck spent his last... Blaise pulled Peck in for his last couple of years,
Yeah.
worked Peck hard.
So you know what, Brenda, you know what? I am going to give Blaise my seat because...
You're gonna give Blaise
I'm
your
gonna give
seat? All
Blaise
right.
my seat, so because we need to get him in the frame.
So Blaise,
We
move
need
to the
get him in
left,
frame.
move to
Come
the
on
left.
over, man. Come on over.
Move to the left, move to the left.
All right, good night, and thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining us here at the table. Well, me rather, as Kareem has given up his seat. Really nice Grenadian he is. So Blaise, the first ever Peck Pan Explosion. How does it feel?
Yeah, well, after a good start, despite the little inclement weather in the beginning and the late start, after a really, really good start, it's something new, it's something a little bit different. The format in which we play in,
Yeah.
every band showcase different aspect of the whole thing. Very good first round, everybody paid tribute to Peck.
Yes.
Most of the band, like the mentioned Pan Wizards, played song, and Angel Apps, we played songs that Peck would have composed. Right?
Hey, Angel Harp smash up that song, you know.
Yeah.
Listen, I think Angel Harp sounded better
They would
than
not-
how Peck sounded at
would
Panorama,
not
you know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Cheros did a nice tribute, a
Yes,
nice medley.
yes,
there. I heard
awesome.
a number of songs that Peck did inside there.
Yeah.
And I know Rainbow City also they did the last song Peck did with them for the Pan Expression competition.
Right.
So it was just a fantastic run, paying tribute to the
beautiful.
master. Peck was, obviously the ultimate master of the game.
Yes, I mean he was almost winning as a arranger. I was just saying a while ago when you guys were finished playing that every year at Panorama, whether Peck won or not, or even if you just went to an event and Dimensions or whoever you arranged for when they were playing, you just kept listening to the end because you knew something special was coming, something special and unknown. I think that was his special gift.
Peck had an amazing passion for the steel pan, and he touched and influenced almost every pan person in Grenada life.
Yeah.
And all the bands, like even when we were preparing for Panorama, Peck would pass through to all the bands to make sure
Yeah.
that things are okay, especially the smaller bands in the country, we'd assist them.
Yes.
So it was, for Peck, it was more than his band. It was about pan and in Grenada. So
And his
we-
community as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll always respect him and always have to pay tribute to him. We hope this will be an annual event. I mean, it may move from just being virtual to where we may have a physical audience.
Of
But
course.
it has to be something that we continue
Yes.
to keep his legacy.
Yes, I agree. Well, that work is yours.
Well,
Your work is
I'm
Grenada
up to-
Steelband
I'm up to the
Associates.
I'm
So
up to
don't
the-
hope, say we are.
Yeah, we are going to do
I'm
it.
putting you on the spot.
No, we are going to do it. We
No,
are
this
going
is
to do it.
fantastic, and congratulations to you guys for doing it. Kareem and I were mentioning earlier the logistics, and we lament about a lot of things with COVID, but COVID has brought a lot of great new things. I mean,
Yeah.
in the past, Blaise, at this time, we're still waiting for band number 3 because y'all rolling on and rolling off.
Yeah.
This is just seamless.
Yeah, force people to think outside the box a little bit.
Right.
And, pan people are really hungry for something, the absence of
Yes,
carnival
yes.
and the absence of panorama.
Yes.
It's good that we have an event. I mean, even though we pay in tribute to Peck and we're mourning his loss and we're sad that he went,
Yeah.
it's still something to celebrate because
Absolutely.
Peck lived a
Absolutely.
good, full life.
Absolutely.
And pan people happy and enthusiastic to be out and doing something.
Wonderful. Congratulations again.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
guys
Brenda.
so much there's so many things going on now with people personally, professionally, and otherwise. But of course, culture has always it's part of the Grenadian fabric.
Yep.
And this has always kept us alive. And it's just so fantastic. So congratulations. Look
Thank you
forward
very
to
much.
hear
Yeah.
more from you. And
I'm
thanks
really
for stopping
excited to
by.
do more. Thank
All
you very
right.
much.
Nice. Kareem? So we were speaking there with, of course, the arranger of a Suzuki Food Fair Pan Wizards, Michael Blaise Robertson. And, of course, Peck spent his last couple of years in the company of the Suzuki Pan Wizards.
And it feels good to get back my seat. I mean,
But it was so nice of you.
All
We're
right,
Grenadians. We're nice people, you know.
I
we're
mean,
real nice. We're
exceptionally,
sweet.
you know.
Yeah. We have to try too hard to be nice. We're just nice.
Yeah, well, exactly.
All
And those
right.
of you outside, if you depends on the device you're listening on, you may experience different sound. You know,
Right.
Again, the guys here, they're working exceptionally hard.
They
you know,
are. They are.
and,
They are.
I know the mics. The mic just picked up a bottle falling on the ground. Could you imagine? All right, just trust
The
me.
mics are
Yeah,
that good and
yeah.
they're that sensitive.
Yeah,
So
but
we
I-
have to be careful with our off-air comments. You know,
Exactly.
we could get a little French
Yeah.
sometimes.
So you can keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. Those of you on YouTube, on the comment shares page, on Party Grenada, keep the comments coming. All right. So
Right.
lovely. So guys, we are getting ready for the second round, and this is the slow round, remember? So
Yeah.
this night, nice time to get a nice little bottle, kick back, you know, you and
Why can't
significant
be a
other.
teddy bear? Why had to be a
Well,
bottle?
you know,
Bottle's hard, you know.
Again, it could be a bottle of anything. Maybe just
Why bottle though?
well, okay. Well, I mean, it could be a salt water, it could be
I
it
hear
could be
you,
a,
I
a,
hear
a
you,
bottle
I
of
hear
spring
you,
water.
I hear
So
you,
we're getting
I
ready
hear you.
for Rainbow City Horses once
Yes.
again. They're the first band. They give us the Peck rendition. Now they're coming to give us something slow, and they're going to do for us "Hello" by Lionel Richie. Let's go stage side. Cathedral in St. Andrews, eh? Wonderful, wonderful. Remember when the slow rendition, Brenda? This was just awesome.
It was.
Smooth, sweet, and it brings a lot of memories. Anyway, it's lovely, lovely, wonderful evening so far, so good. What about the? I think there's on the links that you can tip the
You can
bands.
tip the bands,
yeah,
of course.
You can tell them all about it.
So if you're viewing on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, there are links there where you can, of course, tip the band. So please, they have not, of course, have done much work at all. A lot of the bands outside of, doing Panorama and all of that, their gigs are really on cruise ships, at hotels, and so on, and that has been basically non-existent, as the same for so many in the entertainment industry. It is really an industry that has been hit really, really hard by COVID. So please, guys, go ahead and tip the bands. And of course, if you're viewing on YouTube, if you're on Facebook with us, and if you're on Instagram, all of the socials, please feel free to go ahead and do so. None is too little, nothing is too much.
Wonderful.
Of course, they're going to divvy up
There is a cost also for coming here this evening.
There
right?
is, and we have to thank the sponsors, of course, because just setting up logistically, transportation, all of that just to make this happen, technically and all of that, there is costs associated with it, and there are some additional costs because you have to do this within the environment of the COVID protocols, which in itself induce costs that you would not have had before.
And of course, we are monitored. The Ministry of Health have to have their say. The police is here. And so.
Yes. Well, the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health, of course, is a collaborative entity in all of this. So they too. They're learning new skills, right? Learning things about entertainment, and of course, entertainment people are learning things about health.
Brenda, we need to go stateside once again.
We are ready.
And this time we have something from Lulu to Sow with Love.
Yeah, from Republic Bank Angel Hubs.
Yeah. So this one is
14
arranged
times
by,
Panorama champion. How could any one band win Panorama 14 times? But they did it.
So
we
Angel
go to
Hubs it
them.
is.
Yeah.
Folks, sit back, enjoy. I
close
tell you,
your
no,
eyes.
no, it's just the and the dynamics of it. You know,
Right.
as I say in the layman's terms, the highs and low of the song is just,
Yeah.
you know, it just touches you. And you, if you love music and you love pan, to hear this instrument play that song in that
Yeah.
fashion, you're supposed to bow, as you know, and you're supposed to clap.
You're supposed to bow and you're supposed to clap. What are we doing here?
Of course,
I'm just
of
going to
course.
take it literally, all right? You're supposed to
Well,
bow and
that-
you're supposed to clap. I'm
that's-
just going to take it like that.
That's what it is, okay? That's,
For
that's
whatever.
what it is. That's just
Right, great. So, Republic Bank Angel House, that was really beautifully done. And we are getting ready for the new dimensions. And their slow is going to be Fantasy by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And this should be pretty, pretty special. So, it's time for a new dimension.
let's roll over. Oh my. It's like a
Yeah.
roller coaster.
Yeah, Peck will be smiling.
Ah,
They did really well on that one.
yeah.
They did
You
really,
know,
really well on
he
that
have a
one.
way he shook his head.
Yes.
You know, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The
Oh, my
instrumentation in this
goodness.
one from Earth, Wind and Fire, Fantasy,
Yeah.
it is really, truly special. Just keeps taking you all over the place. And just like Peck,
Yeah.
just when you think they're done, they come again, kind of.
and you can imagine him between the band, Cordell Byam, the arranger.
Yes.
He is, he has a wonderful job there.
Let me tell
Wonderful,
you,
wonderful
wonderful
job.
is not, I don't think there are enough adjectives to give to this young man. I mean, from how he started, a protege of
Yeah.
Peck in the band, him and his sister Adrena
Ah,
of
may
blessed
her soul
memory.
rest in peace.
And it's just a wonderful story to be told, really, about Cordell Byam and what can happen with young people in the art form. But we are getting ready to go over to River Road.
Yeah.
And
to So With Love, Lulu again.
yes.
And let's
so
see
Angel
the
Hobbs-
take on this
let's
one.
see how Peck
Blaze
handle
handles,
it
yeah.
versus
How
Angel
Javon handled it
how
and
Javon
Angel Hobbs.
handled it. So it's a clash
All right.
of Blaze and Javon on this one, because Angel Hobbs did To Sir With Love, and now Blaze and Suzuki, they're going to
Yeah.
do the same. So we take you over to the Food Fair Suzuki Pan Wizards.
Those schoolgirl days are telling tales of love.
Oh,
Brenda,
wow.
I feel like I'm on Broadway.
Wow.
Just to see.
He did. I mean, he took us to the symphony,
Ooh.
church, and then in the middle there, he took us
Yeah.
to Broadway.
I'm telling you, this is,
Yeah,
you know,
Blaze. Yeah, Blaze.
and I always say,
done.
you always know when a band is well rehearsed.
Yes.
You always know.
yes,
It's very, very
yes.
easy to know.
It's
All right.
fantastic, really fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that was the Suzuki Food Fair, Pan Wizard. Yeah, that was some wizardry
Oh,
right
that
there.
was some wizardry.
That was some wizardry right there.
When we want to
Very
remind
well
the
done.
folks out there, you love it. Don't forget to tip the bands. Don't forget.
do, please
you know what?
do.
Make sure in every link you're on, wherever you are,
Yeah.
make sure to tip the bands.
Yeah,
There is a link for
absolutely.
that, right?
Yes.
All right. So make sure,
They're looking
yeah,
whichever social media
Yeah.
handle, Instagram,
whatever
Facebook,
you
YouTube.
whatever you have.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, okay.
need
This
it.
is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful initiative
Yeah.
from the Steelband Association. It's
Indeed.
just, I don't know, these are some brains, I can tell you.
Well,
Yeah.
there's some great guys here,
Yeah,
and one of
wonderful.
them has arranged this next piece that is coming up. We're on to band number 5, another champion in the land of steel band champions, if you will, the Common Cherries Steel Orchestra. And their slow is a love theme from Barry White. He's the composer and the singer. And this piece arranged by Cecil Noel. Ladies and gentlemen, Common Cherries.
Oh yes, it's another time we say ay 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 ay. This
Yeah.
is
Aye, aye,
you know
it's a
just
good thing to
nice
say.
and really sweet, mellow.
Yeah.
You know
So that was the end of the round where they get the
all the
slow
slows,
slow
yeah,
jams,
all the
so to
slow
speak,
jams.
the slow tribute.
Kick back and
Right.
Brenda didn't agree with when I said get a bottle, so I just say get a drink.
No,
Right.
that's okay. That's all right. That's okay, dear. I mean, it's whatever floats your boat, you know.
Yeah, of
It's
course,
like,
of
yeah,
course,
that's
of
that's
course.
cool. You're into the bottle thing.
It's,
I might be into something else.
yes, wonderful. No, no, this was
But anyway, that was Carmen Chero's, of course, doing that piece there
From
about the
Cecil-
love theme
Cecil
from Barry
Noel
White, of the
arrangement.
composer, singer, and Cecil Noel arrangement. Just so everybody know, Cec is also the producer
Of
of
this-
this
yeah,
evening's
this
event.
event,
He's
yeah.
been working really, really hard. Of course, Cec is synonymous with quality, and that is what is happening here this evening. It's the first Peck Pan Explosion. And talking about Peck Pan Explosion, I'll slip out for a bit because the honor is ours to introduce this protege of Peck, this young Grenadian panist, arranger, musician, and we welcome to the table Cordell Byam, the arranger of New Dimension.
Richard, go to the wrong one. Switch the wrong one.
Hello to everyone on the live.
Yeah? Yeah?
That's something wrong with that. You killing out the other one. Is the correct one to switch?
What?
We carry money.
The audience is strict, right? And of course, I mean, tell us more of yourself. And as Brenda said, you're a product, a protege of Mr. Edwards, and you spend a lot of your young days with Peck. You know, tell us more about your experiences with the gentleman and how you got to where you are right now.
Yes. One thing I must say, because of Mr. Edwards, I know how to like spread my chords properly, and he's just a brilliant arranger. Yeah, but the way he passed away was kind of sad to everyone, and you know I trying to extend to the bands. Let's try and the pillar that Mr. Edwards made. Let's try and push it. Let's try and build on it. Understand? So let's teach. Like I said before, let's teach to read music. Let's teach to improvise. Let's teach all these things. Let's take Pan to a different level in Grenada because this is what Mr. Edwards wanted.
Okay, wonderful. But Cordell, you are a very young man in this business. Very young. I mean, as some people say, a mother milk still on your face, right? You know, tell us. I mean, where do you see yourself? I mean, in this dispensation, in the Pan movement, where do you see yourself? Maybe in the next 10 years or so.
I wouldn't give myself 10 years, but let's say next 5 years. Yes, next 5 years, I plan to be one of the best arrangers in the world. Actually, that's my goal.
I love your thinking.
In the world.
And already you've won several prestigious competition like the Bomb Tune. You've been up there in Panorama and so on. You know, I mean, I'm just so pleased. You know, so I mean, so how is the feeling like in the band now? I mean, I know Mr. Edwards has not been with the band in the last couple of years, in the last few years. But how's the general feeling now with the band and you as a new arranger and generally just going forward?
Well, to tell you the truth, Dimension right now, it's stronger and better because we created a bond with each other. Even if we're not practicing, we're actually in the panels, talking to each other and all these things. So we have a deep bond. We went on hikes, we do different things together. So, as I said, Dimension is stronger and even better than before.
It's a family.
Family.
Oh, Cordell.
Family.
Cordell, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on the live. Folks, this is Mr. Cordell Byam. He is the arranger. Look at him good. He's the arranger of the New Dimension right now. And you hear his plans. In 5 years, he will be and wants to be the top arranger in the world.
In the world.
In the world. Note, in the world. Thank you so much, Cordell. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, man. So, folks, right now we are about to start over. Right now is the reggae. Brenda, welcome back. You know, you notice Cordell said he in the next I simply asked him where does he see himself in the next 10 years? And he said, no, not 10, 5 years.
Today with a Cosmopolitan Cocktail.
Yeah.
First things first. Pour a dash of Cointreau into your shaker. Divide vodka
all
to the
kudos
but not
to,
too much.
his family raised him, especially his Pan family. Because, later on when we get a break, we really have to highlight how Pan, the movement of Pan, the community of Pan is really family to a lot of these youngsters. And most notable as well is the amount of young people who are involved in the Pan movement. Look at it here today.
Wonderful.
Look at who the players are.
That's why I miss not having the panorama, because
look who the players are.
Thousands of. There's no joke.
Well, there are about 500 young people over 500 young people involved in Pan in Grenada, and I must say a good 60% of those young women.
Yeah.
Young women.
Okay.
So it is a positive movement. It is a building, so to speak. And also, today we're talking about innovation and how we're rolling with the logistics and everything, with the newness, if you will, that COVID brought. And I think, maybe if we hear from these youngsters, these young people in the Pan movement, we might even get some new energy and some new life and some new focus as to how Panorama can be restructured.
Oh, yes.
We really don't have to go back to how we did it.
Yes. So Brenda, we see a hand waving. We see a hand waving once again. So it's an indication that we are ready, folks. Folks, remember, just to let you know that we wanna big up our sponsors: Brighton and Miners, Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, Netherlands Insurance, Republic Bank, CNR Communications, Wagiti Rentals, Creative Designs, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenada Breweries, Spice Mass. We really give you guys kudos for supporting this event the way you did.
Especially in times like
this.
And there are some names that you call there, some companies that you call there. They just keep doing it.
All the time.
COVID,
outside COVID.
Good, bad. They just continue to do good. And God bless them that they shall, as companies, continue to do well.
All the time. We want to remind them, we do want to stop reminding them, Brenda, tip the bands. I think the link is up. You're gonna check it out. Tip the bands. So we're gonna go over, as Brenda said, over to Rainbow City. Also, this is a reggae round. No, Trinidad soca time. Trinidad soca time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna play a mass. Yeah. You know what I mean. So right now, Trinidad soca time. Yeah.
Because that is from Aaron St. Louis, the man voice, and the arranger is Oakley Sinclair.
Soca time. Rainbow City All Star Soca. it's not ay, you know, it's woo yo. I tell you that.
Niceness.
Niceness,
That
I
was
tell
pure
you.
niceness.
What?
Yes.
I tell you, listen now. All the bands are kicking up a wicked flavor in
are,
all the genres.
They are.
We
Well,
just finished the slow.
It's a
Now
pan
we start.
explosion.
Yeah, it's
It's
really an
really an
explosion.
explosion.
You
It
know,
is an
I mean,
explosion.
I am seriously, I am impressed. I am
Yes,
impressed. I am
yes.
impressed.
There are many, many things to be impressed by. I have taken note of some of them, but we get to that later.
All right. So just we want to remind folks, this event is streamed live right now on Rampoon Radio, the Spice Mass Facebook page, Cheryl's Facebook page, Patrick Grenada Facebook, and the YouTube pages, and of course on TRNR Communications. Check it out. Don't forget the tips, the links there. You know, tip the bands, tip the bands, tip the Grenada Steelband Association. Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, as we mentioned earlier, all their revenue streams have dried up. Outside of things like Panorama, they do hotels, they do gigs on cruise ships, and those things are non-existent. So the little you can, as most as you can, please, thank you guys. Just tip the
Wonderful.
bands.
Wonderful,
It'd be really
wonderful.
awesome.
You know,
I mean, getting together here to do this today, this here is a panorama of sorts.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, it's been really, really wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, I mean, before we go to, we already fought band number 2 in this round of Trini Soca. But did you hear the row from the other pan players? Because remember, it's a virtual event, so all we have here is pan players.
Yeah.
But did you hear the row?
Yeah, yes.
In the niceness when we got
always,
to the
always,
you know, this is
they support each other. They're not
exactly,
they're competitive to the point, but they don't get catty. They really love and support each other.
So folks, we move now to
Republic Bank Angel Harps,
yeah.
and they're doing Mr. Magic.
Oh yes, so
from
we
one
ready.
of my favorites, Kes the band, of course.
Again by Javon Andrews.
Javon
Yeah.
Andrews. So,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Republic Bank Angel Harps. Calm myself.
You know, was this song Michael Jackson sing? Speechless.
That was crazy.
And that was fire.
Oh, that was fire.
I
That
tell you,
was fire.
I tell you. And that is the tune that win Panorama in Trinidad.
More soca
More
from
soca
Nyla
than-
Blackman.
I tell
Yes,
you,
that was
the
excellent,
spazzing out.
excellent,
No,
excellent.
trust me, wonderful.
This person, what house? New Dimensions
New Dimension.
in the
No,
house.
I just saying Despaz I played that in
Despaz
Trinidad.
wait right there.
Right there. That Trinity thing, but
New
wait, what now?
Dimension
But trust
in
me,
the
boy.
house.
What?
That's excellent, excellent.
Like one thing,
Hey.
don't make joke.
Carry man need water, you know?
Hey, you drink you want with this water?
Calm down and try to
I go
maintain it.
a little more spirituous.
No,
You know
that's
what I mean?
water is my
Folks,
drink of choice.
trust me,
That was
trust me.
excellent. Yes,
Trust me.
yes,
You know,
yes.
I mean, tunes like that can't make me drink water.
Absolutely.
I
So
had
we're
to
getting
do
ready
it.
for the Food Fair Suzuki Pan
Yeah,
Wizards.
and you know they coming strong too, eh?
Yeah,
You
they're going
understand?
with Swappy. The party start.
Oh,
Party start
Lord
long
have
time.
mercy.
And
tell you.
of course, that one done by Swappy, made popular by Swappy and the Ultimate Rejects in the year 2019.
Yeah.
And the arranger on this one is Andre White. It's not Blaze on this one. It's Andre White, one of the young arrangers
Right.
of
Folks,
the
don't
band.
forget to tip. Don't forget to tip. We're
Please,
going by
please,
we're going by
please.
Food Fair Suzuki Pan Wizards, all right?
We're
But don't
going-
forget to tip.
Please don't.
Right, they're ready and they're ready to roll.
Yes, they are.
Lovely.
up the volume on your day with a Cosmopolitan Cocktail. First things first, pour a dash of Cointreau into your shaker. Invite vodka to the party, but not too much. Cranberry juice, and of course, fresh lime juice. Now add that ice, shake it till you can't shake it no more. Strain into a glass, top it off with a twist of orange peel, and voila! Perfect cocktail. Bravo! Do try this at home and enjoy responsibly. Cointreau, the art of the mix.
Boy, we going by the bar again. Put some liquor in
Put
it.
some water in
Doi,
the
doi.
head. Yeah, doi, doi. The party starts.
The party starts.
Party sweet.
What?
Party real nice.
tell you.
So here we are at the Peck Pan Explosion. It's the first of its kind. The Grenada Steelband Association. They're going to be putting it on forever.
Yeah, I really
And,
hope. I
you
really
know,
hope. Trust me.
It's, the innovation in this time has
this-
really been absolutely, fantastic.
This is just wonderful.
And
Wonderful.
again, enough congratulations to them for doing this. So we heard from Food Fair Suzuki Pan Wizards, and we're getting ready to go to Comanchero's band number 5.
In
We
thi-
are
in
in
this
their
room?
home.
In
coming,
this room?
Yeah, coming
Yeah?
to you live
So-
from their home. And a fun fact here is that in 2008, when Comancheros went to Cuba, David Peck Edwards, he actually played the drums with them
Yeah.
for quite a few of their selections. So, I mean, everything Peck, we're just celebrating. So here we are, band number 5. In this round, they're going to be doing Bonnie and Clyde, one made very famous by Destra Garcia and arranged by Andre Greenidge. Ladies and gentlemen, Comancheros.
Lovely.
Yes, yes, yes. Andrea mashed that one up. Yes, that was excellent. That was excellent.
Don't make joke.
Common Chairs, of course. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, arranged by Andre Greenidge. So that's it for this round of we just take a trip down to Trinidad and we did a little ode. You know,
All
Peck
right.
worked closely with lots of Trinidadian arrangers. And of
Yeah.
course that sweet sound which he was influenced by. So I just slip out, and we will. It's a delight to welcome to the table, of course, Grenada's winningest band, the Republic Bank Angel Harps, and we say it's a delight to have Brian Sylvester from Republic Bank Angel Harps with us. So Karim, take it away. Brian, you can have my seat for now.
Folks, we just heard Common Sharers. So as we wait on Mr. Sylvester from Republic Bank Angel Harps, he is the manager of the Republic Bank Angel Harps at this moment. Proud manager, I must say, as Brenda says, he's the winningest band in Grenada. You know, they have championed the panorama so many times. The bomb tuning competition, just name it. Angel Harps would have done it. Brian Sylvester, welcome.
Thank you, Karim.
So I just want to hasten to ask you, what's your general feeling, your take on this event, this event put on in honor of David Peck Edwards? You know, I mean, he was one of the rivals of the Angel Harps, I know. But every band in Grenada, they had this camaraderie. You know, what's your take on this whole event? And you know,
Well, first let me comment on the rivalry part. You know, David and I, Dave was my friend. You know, it's difficult to speak of him in the past. You know, and I will say he's my friend because he's still my friend. You know, his memories, his drive for this, his passion for the steel band movement is what I think he has instilled in a lot of us. You know, I started around the steel band movement quite a while ago, and I met Dave, you know, while we competed at Panorama and, you know, sort of competitions. It's a competition, so you're competing. We were always friends, and we were always very good friends. You know, this is a necessary something for Dave. You know, we have to recognize the people who have paved the way. I mean, the struggles for steel band is still ongoing. Dave was an integral part from the early 70s to the, you know, the 2000s, and the baton has been passed. So it is important that we continue working on the things that he strived for. There's a lot of things that are not done, a lot of things that needs to be done to put steel band on a proper footing in our country, but you know, it's a process. So this is fitting, this is a tribute for Dave, you know, this is a tribute to Pan, this is a tribute to culture.
wonderful. Now, we've seen a lot happening. You know, no panorama because of the whole COVID era and so on. And I've been noticing, you know, could you imagine? Look at this, how this event runs really smoothly. You know, what's your take? Do you think we could have a panorama running as smooth as this event? You remember, you know, COVID has just taught us so much, and I am really impressed of, you know, the way this event has been run. You know, I mean, and there's a lot happening in the background here, which is equivalent to a band setting up. You know, so what do you think on this whole idea?
Well, again, you know, once an event is produced, you know, you will find a smooth flow. You will find the event will move as, you know, patrons expect it to, and that's the key. Events need to be produced. You know, over the years, Panorama has been one of the events that has not taken center stage in the ambient of the custodians, the
people
responsible for carnival.
Yeah, so.
You know, it's been on the back burner. While you'll find that other events, other shows are produced, carnival isn't. So you would always find issues. People would always find issues with the flow of Panorama. But once you produce an event, once you get the right people in place and you produce an event, you know, you would find that there would be a smooth flow.
Okay, so Brian, so from here, so the band is still practicing regularly. You know, things happening regularly, even if there's not much happening. Is it all going on for the band at the moment?
Well, this is one of the events that started the whole process. I mean, we just came out of a lockdown, basically. Angel Harps, unlike some of the other steel orchestras, is not really community based in terms of our membership. You know, it has progressed outside of that. We have, you know, probably about 80% of our members outside of the community. So the lockdown Angel Apps would have been one of the orchestras that would have been affected by the lockdown. But we have our WhatsApp groups or Facebook groups that we stay in touch and we share all sorts of information. So we stay together. You know, the kids really wanted to come out. So this has been a blessing in disguise.
Okay, wonderful. Man, thanks so much for joining us. All right, we look forward, as usual, to great things from the Republic Bank Angel Apps. All right, so keeping on, keep the guys together. All right, thank you so much. All right, folks, the manager of the Republic Bank Angel Apps, Mr. Brian Sylvester. We want to thank him for tuning. But right now, we are ready to move on to band number 1 again. We're moving now to the Rainbow City All-Stars. We are now into the 4th round. Yeah, it's 4th round, right? And this we're going now to Jamaica. All right, this is a reggae time. Ladies and gentlemen, folks out there, remember to tip the bands. Keep the tips running. Remember, tip you have the links up. Keep the tips running. It doesn't matter how small, it doesn't matter how big it is. Keep the tips running. So we move over to Rainbow City All-Stars. This is the reggae segment. Folks, sit back, relax, enjoy. Rainbow City All-Stars. just heard the Rainbow City All-Stars all the way from Grenville, I tell you. Buried Alive, made
All the
popular
way?
by Buju Banton. Well, everywhere small, everywhere close now, so yeah.
All the way from Grenville. Yeah, it's like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There's so much.
All this.
Oh, let me say 40 minutes. If
Yeah.
the police start looking for me, thinking that I don't have 3 minutes.
Yeah, but trust me,
Yeah.
that was a wonderful
That was sweet.
rendition.
Yeah.
Well done. You know, the people on the live are loving it. They're
Yeah,
loving it.
let
They're
me tell
loving
you,
it. I
especially
tell
when
you.
you see you are out of Grenada, because I mean, like we didn't have any carnival. Folks come home, they normally tune in, so they didn't have any of this. So imagine now getting this, how they are feeling. You know, especially when you're out there, you just whatever taste of home you get, it is just hits you in the right places. So I must say good evening to everybody on the live, wherever you are, all Grenadians, everyone in the diaspora, wherever
Yeah.
you are. And those of you at home, because everybody logged on, because they can't be here with us. We're having a wonderful time here at the St. Paul's Community Center, the home of Common
Oh, yeah.
Cherries.
So we get the wave again.
We got another wave,
Wave
waving
again.
straight.
So
So
we're
that
moving on.
wave
Band
is
number
for
two.
band number 2, they're Angel Harps. In this round of reggae, they are going to be doing Dancing Mood. Dancing Mood made popular by Pluto Shervington. And the arrangers on this one are Presley Andrew and Chad Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, Republic Bank, Angel Harps.
Let's go.
And that was the Republic Bank Angel Harps Band number 2, Kareem, doing dancing mood there.
Yeah,
Sounding
I
really
just
good.
went
Had
I just went
everybody
a little
dancing.
close. I just went a little close
I noticed.
to make sure that Pan was actually playing.
I noticed you were over there looking quite
Wow.
happy and
tell you.
merry and all of that.
Trust me, Brenda, the bands are out to represent,
Yes.
and indeed.
You know something as
Indeed.
well, Kareem, they are having a really good time. They are having a really,
yeah,
really, really
very
good
much,
time.
very much.
Yeah,
You look at
yeah.
just the general energy
Yes,
is just
yes.
wonderful.
They are enjoying
Wonderful.
themselves.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
Keep
not a
the bands.
mechanical. It's not a mechanical thing.
Yeah, not going
They're
through the
into
motions.
It,
You
yeah,
see,
and
you
they're
see
having a
all-
really good time.
you could see they missed something, and
Yes.
they're willing to catch up.
So that
and
again,
represent. Yeah?
a great opportunity
Yeah.
for them to really, 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 showcase their craft. The playing of the steel orchestra is quite a special thing. And Pan men, they have a love for the steel that I don't think we would ever understand.
Yeah,
but we
no, no.
appreciate
But
and we enjoy.
But I don't know if you know, but I've been in it. I've been doing
Well,
little
I
arrangement.
about you're doing like arrangement and thing? No,
do a lot of things up.
No,
You know,
well,
but,
it's
that's
been a
another
great
story.
it's been a great influence in my life. So I'm into it that way. But
Yeah.
arranging and thing, no, I could suss out arrangement though.
Yeah, well,
No.
music is one of
Right,
my background, so
right,
I just love it. So we ready? Band number 3.
That's right.
And of course, we move to Melville Street once again, the
Yes.
New Dimension. And
Very
this time, this reggae section, they're giving us a nice reggae medley. So let's go over to New Dimension. Let's hear what they have to offer once again in rung number 4. Reggae time.
Hey there! Turn up the volume on your day with a Cosmopolitan Cocktail. First things first, pour a dash of Cointreau into your shaker. Invite vodka to the party, but not too much. Cranberry juice, and of course, fresh lime juice. Now add that ice, shake it till you can't shake it no more. Strain into a glass, top it off with a twist of orange peel, and voila! Perfect cocktail. Bravo! Do try this at home and enjoy responsibly. Cointreau, the art of the mix.
That was pan in your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally we say pan in your rukung kutung kung. I tell you. No, that was really nice by you know.
It really was.
And you know what I recognize, Brenda? You could feel in all of the bands here tonight. You recognize and realize they are all youthful arrangers.
They're all, I mean, the players of all the 5 steel orchestras, they're all youthful. I mean, I mentioned earlier that there are over 500 young people actively involved in the steel band movement here in Grenada. We are noticing a great influx of young women as well in the bands. And so, yes, we still have, one of the things that I guess the Grenada Steel Band Association would have to look at is at the helm of these bands in terms of their management and all of that, or there's a generation gap. But of course, we're not getting rid of the generations. It's a nice bridging of both to make a real and have a real confluence and influence on the product of pan. But this evening is a celebration. I know people are used to Panorama where after every tune they play, you get commentary, you talk about the music, the arrangement. We ain't doing that this afternoon.
This is a love event.
This is a love, this is celebration. It is a Peck Pan Explosion. The 5 bands here, they're all champions. And they have played 5. We've had 5 rounds. We're now in round 4. And in this round, we're playing Ode to Reggae. And here we are at band number 4.
But just before we do that, Brenda, we just want to run quickly. We just want to run the sponsors quickly.
They keep the engine running.
Play homage and you know, pay attention to our sponsors. Brighton & Miners, thank you. Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, Netherlands Insurance, Republic Bank, T&R Communications, Waggy Tea Rentals, Creative Designs, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenada Breweries Limited, Spice Mass, and Mr. Damani Bridger. And we want to thank you all for your input, for your support in this event. And we want to beg you to continue supporting PAN.
So Suzuki is ready.
Power from River Road. Yeah, man.
That was good.
Yeah,
That was
wonderful,
excellent.
wonderful.
Because we just had it was Dimensions.
Yeah,
they did it.
they did
They
it,
did
yeah.
Collie Buds Love,
Yeah.
and then they did it.
Yeah.
But it was different.
Yeah, it's
Like,
different.
the
You
key
see,
that
you
was
see, yeah,
played in.
exactly.
Right.
You know, you see, music is about moods, right?
Right.
And based on the keys used, you know, some
right.
keys are brighter than others. Some, and you know, so you
Yes.
capture moods differently.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what just happened because each band played the same song,
Yes.
but you got a different feel from it.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
just really nice. Brenda, we got some people online here, you know, and I'm seeing some friends online here. You know, trust me. You
Well,
know,
before we
people
get
I've
to
seen
the
in a long
onliners,
time.
we
You
have
know.
yeah, we'll get to the onliners in
Right.
a while. But our next band is ready. We're not sticking.
And we
we're not
get in the
wasting
wave.
time.
We get in the wave.
It's time to roll. Band number 5, Comancheros. Of course, they are for the reggae. They're going to do so much trouble. So much trouble, of course,
Bob
is Bob
Marley.
Marley. Arranging this one for Comancheros is Cecil Noel. And who's our producer of this evening's event here, the Peck Pan Explosion. So it's now time to go over to O'Brien Robertson and Comancheros.
Comancheros in the house. Here we go. Yes, folks, that was the Comancheros. Yeah, man, I tell you, it's the band here in St. Paul's, and you know, they did their piece. So much trouble in the world. Bob Marley in the house. All right, folks, I am going to take a little exit. I'm going to take a little exit, and I'm going to slip out. All right, and I'm going to give my chair over to Mr. Miguel Fortune. He's the manager of the Rainbow City All Stars. He's going to have a lovely chat with Brenda. So I'm going to slip out. Wide, Miguel.
Be careful on
all
the
right.
slip out.
Good. All right.
So we're here coming to you live from the St. Paul's Community Center. It is the first ever Peck Pan Explosion 2020, and here with us from the Rainbow City All Stars Big Parish People La Bay. Hi, Miguel Fortune. So tell us, how fortuitous has it been for the Rainbow City All Stars in terms of your relationship with Peck, this event here this evening? Just kind of talk us through how you're feeling right now about all of this.
Good night, and good night to all the viewers online. It's emotional. David Peck Edwards has been a foundation member of Rainbow City All Stars. He has guided the band throughout the years. He and our late leader, David Joseph Squaresdate, they mold us, they groomed us from the schools program, come right down to where we are today. Our first championship in 2000 was with David Peck Edwards.
Yes.
The last competition, last Panorama, Bomb Tune as well as Panorama. It was David Peck Edwards. So he had always had his heart in Rainbow City All Stars, although he had his band. And we're ever grateful for David Peck Edwards.
Yeah, one of the things here this afternoon and into this evening as well is that we've noticed a lot, just a lot. And I remember you and what's her name? You were the youngest members of Rainbow, coming down all the time with Squares. So of course you have grown through the band. That's like your family. But we have noticed the amount, just the number, of young people here playing pan. Now, in terms of your own experience as a panist and just being, part of an organization where you allow young people to flourish, and so talk to us about how important the pan movement is for communities and for culture.
Well, for community, it's one of the organizations that is always there. We have other groups come, they form, they disappear. But the steel pan is always there in the community, and it's something, as I said before, it is in the school system. So we have it in the schools in St. Andrews, and we keep it in the school of St. Andrews. So we always have this abundance of youth to always rebuilding, reviving the organization. Steel pan in Grenada, it's about youth. It's not like the other countries where you see the adults would stay, and we know the reason for that.
No, we don't. Tell us.
Well, the reason for that is the incentive after a certain age.
Right.
In other countries, individuals are paid to play. That is not the case in Grenada. The avenue is not there in Grenada, especially for the band in St. Andrews or the outer parishes.
Right.
We don't have this hotel belt that we can target so that we can generate the income as other bands. So as people grow older and they get occupied with other in the adult life, they tend to move away from playing.
Right.
I must say they don't move away from the band. but they move away from playing. But
Right.
they
Stay within the band
support-
family.
The support is there from
right.
them.
But
Okay,
talking,
and
talking about innovations, so as you honed in on the playing at the hotels and all the traditional things that bands have done to keep themselves lucrative in terms of revenue intake into the band, this opportunity here, this going virtual, this happening, I'm sure, let's say, even last year, you guys probably would not have entertained this. So how do you see this sort of innovation for future and getting the revenue stream that you spoke about?
It's great. It was a wonderful idea, and when the idea came, we all jumped to that idea. It's something that we should always keep. COVID, as we always say, you have advantages, and this is one of the big advantage.
Yeah.
We were sent, our back was against the wall, and we had to be creative.
That's
and
right.
we created something like this. It is not only for the idea was not for the locals, but we had locals calling them, can we come, can we? But we know the
Aw,
restrictions.
yeah.
So they had to stay online and they had to look from a line.
Yeah.
And the great thing is it's all over the world.
Right.
So we did our groundwork. We advertise it through the Pan community internationally.
Yeah.
So we have Pan people from all over the world viewing
Yes.
this event, and it's great.
They are. They are.
no
Trinidad,
toilet-
you could borrow it if you want, because we know you don't have a carnival
it's
next
great.
year.
It's great. And on that note, I want to say hi to our sister band in Trinidad, Chisando.
Okay.
They locked on, they're in the Panya, they're
Right.
listening. Big up to Chalo and everybody in Carib.
Wonderful.
Yes.
But thank you so much for chatting with us, Miguel. We know we have to go back so you can get into the coming home for the soca.
Yes.
Right? And what are you doing?
We'll be doing Soca Nice.
Soca Nice, as
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes,
All
Soca
right.
Nice. All right.
Thank you for talking
So,
with us, Miguel, and best wishes.
Yeah. Good night.
All right. Have a good one. So we continue here at the Peck Pan Explosion 2020. It's the first annual. We spoke with quite a number of individuals from the various steel orchestras this evening. As Kareem don't want to sit down, I don't know why. He stand up, just stand up and just stand up.
Hey there! Turn up the volume on your day with a Cosmopolitan Cocktail. First things first, pour a dash of Cointreau into your shaker. Invite vodka to the party, but not too much. Cranberry juice, and of course, fresh lime juice. Now add that ice, shake it till you can't shake it no more. Strain into a glass, top it off with a twist of orange peel, and voila! Perfect cocktail. Bravo! Do try this at home and enjoy responsibly. Cointreau, the art of the mix.
from Grenville. Soca nice. Oh yes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Soca from Grenville.
So we home.
like the
Yeah,
sound
we
of
home.
that.
We home, Brenda. We home. And this is the final round here this evening. The 5 bands we have here. So that's Soca nice from
And
Vaughan.
you know, at the beginning, it seemed like so the 5 bands, they have 5 rounds to go. And, you know, they started with the tributes, and then they went on to the slows, then the ode to Trinidad, our soca, and then to reggae. And you thought, okay, we won't be finished, but we started about just about
Yeah, it was 6:30.
6:30 thereabout
yeah.
because we had the inclement weather, so we had a late start, and it's about 9:30, so not doing bad at
No,
all.
not at all.
Doing
We're
really
moving along
efficient
nicely.
in terms
Yeah,
of time, and this feels so good.
Yeah, and it's all down to production, eh?
And this
Big
feels
up to
so
Cecil
good.
Noel and the Steelband Association.
Exactly.
Those
and
guys,
this
they really put out.
I mean, it really feels so good coming from Steelband in terms of how they set up. You know, they roll on, they roll off. You know, and you have to be counting all that time, and it adds up. And this has just gone really,
Exactly.
You
This
know,
this
like
this
clock is
event actually
excellent.
can change the way people think about Steelband and the operations.
Listen, there's a
Yeah.
lot of young people in this, and they need to be informed by how they feel so they could bring other people there.
Exactly. So we're getting ready, Brenda?
We are getting ready for
Yeah.
band number 2, of course, Republic Band, Angel Harp Steel Orchestra. Their home is in Tantine. This band was formed in 1965.
Yeah,
so here we
they're
are in
55
2020, and they're
years
still
old,
going
yeah.
strong. They had their big golden jubilee 5
Yeah,
years
5
ago.
years ago.
They're still celebrating,
Yeah.
you know. They're still celebrating that 50th.
Yeah.
And Leroy Malu Stephen, he's still their captain. James Clarkson, of course, their senior
That's the
arranger.
senior arranger,
And
yeah.
now Javon Andrews doing a lot of their work as well. So they're going to be doing Bacchanal Party from Looney Spark and Electrify because we have come home to end off the rounds. So they're going to be doing Bacchanal Party by Looney Spark and Electrify, and that arranged by Javon Andrew.
So we're ready for Angel Apps.
Are you ready for Republic Band?
All
Angel
right, lovely.
Apps? Yes. The best day of the week. New beginnings. Yeah, new beginnings. So you should be excited. You should be excited to start a new week. Yeah, this was good. This was a this bacchanal party was really lucid, really exciting. We're getting ready for band number 3 it is, and that will be the New Dimensions, and they're going to be doing all right. So it's quite a mix up here. It's Grenada soca, like a bridge, and of course. Right, so they're doing like a bridge, and then they are going to go into Boise. Yeah, so they're going to be doing that. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like a medley of sorts from them. Yeah, but based on what they.
Okay, yeah, so it's like a bridge. So like a bridge, it's an independent arrangement. So let's go, we're no sticking, let's go stateside and hear the New Dimension, like a bridge, one of Cordell's winning arrangement, and then he'll move to Need a Fit by Boise. Yeah, okay, so here we go.
Okay, Karim, slip out. Yeah. Yes. So that was band number 3, New Dimensions. We continue here at the first annual Peck Pan Explosion, and it is a pleasure to joining us at the table is Mr. Jefferson Ramirez, and Jefferson is the captain of the Comancheros Steel Orchestra. Good evening, Jefferson. Good evening. Are we playing shy? Yes. So, Jefferson, this event in your home, of course, the St. Paul's Community Center, the home of Comancheros. How does this feel?
It feels amazing because we've been hoping for something like this. We didn't get Panorama and the energy and adrenaline that we get from practicing for 3 months and then going on the night and playing. We didn't get that, so it's built up, and we trying to we've been waiting for an avenue to kind of get it out.
Get it out is right. I mean, all these pan players here look so excited. You guys keep cheering each other on. It's almost like a party. People probably figure the public. No, it's not the public.
No,
because of course we're still operating with the COVID protocols. So all the noise and all the excitement you're hearing is really from the players. Yeah. So it's great that you're getting to get this out.
We're happy for it. We've been practicing for, a couple months now. Just trying to get it right, and it's funny because the support and the engagement from people and players, it's been crazy.
Yeah,
that's what I can say. Because we're trying to get some kind of vibes going, and we missed it. We really missed it.
Talking about vibes and talking about what's going, right? Is that, okay, so we know on the cusp of many new things. Innovation, doing things different, tweaking things to make them more exciting. So as you look at this product, and of course, Grenada Steelband Association has said that it's the first and they're going to continue. So with all of you, these young, energetic young people, Panorama, in the current format, its current construct, what exciting can happen with Panorama going forward, as you see it?
It really depends on the state of the world, but I think, Pan is playing playing for an audience is one of the biggest things. Playing virtually is a whole different feel, but now that we have other players and we have people coming in and cheering and other players enjoying the Pan, it could be a thing. Panorama could be a virtual thing. It's different, but at the same time, if we have to work with that, then we really don't have a choice. But I think it's something we can think about. It's something we can look into. But as long as Pan is alive,
that's
it. That's
no,
what it is.
Of course it has to stay alive. But it's just been so exciting just looking at, just from one orchestra to the other as you played. We didn't have the breaks where you come off the stage and go on the stage. As a performer, right? Because you're an artist and you're also a panist. How this has worked this afternoon? Do you think this is something that can happen?
This is. I enjoy the one, we go one after the other, and then people could just move from band to band. It's something that's been thought about before, but it's just not been materialized before. But
because the audience always ask for it.
Yeah, I've heard it before, but I think having them just like we have them now is like, okay, we move from one band to the other, and it's like one after the other, and it's just vibes after vibe after vibe. I think it's good.
Yeah. So we look forward to that in a new Panorama.
I really hope so.
Yeah. At Chukinting. I'm trying to get you guys. Yeah. So David Peck Edwards. When you hear the name David Peck Edwards, what comes to mind? How do you feel?
I remember I performed at this funeral one time, and he played for this guy, and this man was like a one-man band on a double tenor pan. And he played an entire song with chords and melody line at the same time. He's the sweetest thing. He was the sweetest thing to me to play a pan. Like Peck was, I don't want to talk. I feel like I am emotional.
The man
Peck
could
was
play
so
pan.
sweet, man. Like Peck was so sweet on that pan. It's like he could have make that thing talk, and it's like sugar coming out of that thing.
Yeah.
And he knew what to do to get the band to sound the way, it did. And I think a lot of arrangers around here took a page from him.
Yeah.
Like took a page from what he did, and took a page from the things that he did with songs that you never thought could have sung like soca and sung sweet and sung calypso. He did that.
Yeah.
So
it's wonderful.
I mean, my heart kind of goes out. I felt that a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the music still lives on, and he lives in the music. We still remember him through the music, and wherever he is right now, like he's looking down. So I mean, he's seeing what's happening, and like, you know what? Yeah, man. All of these men here, all of these women, and them saw what was going on, and they know they take a little piece of it.
Trust me.
And this is just showcasing what we learned from him in a sense. Yeah.
Beautifully said. All right. So we look forward to you shaking up the place again.
We waiting. We ready.
Yeah.
We
All
ready.
right. Thank you so much for housing us. It's been a pleasure to come to the parish of St. Paul.
I like what you say. Parish of St. Paul's. Parish of St. Paul's.
All right, thank you so much, Jefferson.
Have a good one.
It's been a pleasure. All right. So, folks, that was Jefferson Ramirez, one of Grenada's finest, the world's finest lookout world, in case you didn't already know. But anyway, we're just letting you know. Thank you so much for stopping by, Jefferson. We welcome back Kareem to the chair. Yes, we're getting ready to bring the curtains down on the activities here at the St. Paul's Community Center. We're getting ready to welcome the Suzuki Food Fair Pan Wizards. And what is Blaze and so cooking up for us this time? All right, getting in your section, of course.
Little Natty and
Thunder, that one made famous by them. All Grenadian. The arranger here is Michael Blaze Robertson.
So we expect a spirited performance.
Of course.
Okay, and they're ready.
We go. They are ready to go.
Since before, all right? So they're ready.
One, two, three, four.
full fair Suzuki Pan Wizards. I tell you that. You realize Blaze had some fun in front there. All right, that was the Suzuki Pan Wizards, and with their rendition of Get in Your Section. Folks, you would realize we have here a gentleman, a stalwart, I would call him. You know, this gentleman is part of shaping my life. Yeah, and he's here to shape Pan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, let's welcome the current president of the Steelband, the Grenada Steelband Association, Mr. Victor Ashby.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Karim, and it's really good to hear you comment so very well on the prospect for Pan. So we're going down on the prospect for Pan.
Of course. Mr. Ashby, you know, you're president for the past 2 years, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is the second.
This is the second, right. And, you know, in the public domain, some people would think Mr. Victor Ashby, disciplinarian, a Grenadian of tall order, president of Pan. You know, Mr. Ashby, what do you hope to, bring to this Steel Band Association of Grenada, dealing with so much young people, so much bands across the island of Grenada? What do you hope to bring to this institution?
Remember, Karim, at least 70% of each band is a school child. So education and culture are very strongly rooted in the business of Pan. And so understand that our responsibility at the level of Pan is the strengthening of the future of Grenada. And we can't do anything once we find ourselves in a position to support, but to support. There is no doubt that the feeling and the focus relative to the development of Pan, all around Pan, is as we would attend to school, because the people we serve in the Pan movement are part and parcel of the same people that I serve, that we will serve in the schools. So action, focused action, focused engaging activities, very proactive interest in the youth's undertakings. Plus, when you blend that with the strength of music, the creativity, the interpretations, the sense of purpose and fairness, and the sense of getting things done through music.
Wonderful.
Pan delivers.
Wonderful. But so, Mr. Ashby, let me just ask you, this event is a tribute to Peck Edwards.
Well, that's part. That's a main part, but
That's
not
the
the
main part.
not the
But
only.
it's not the
yeah.
whole part.
No.
All right. But for the past 2 years, you've had some opportunity to interact or to deal with the Peck Edwards in some way. All right. Has he as a past president of the association, has he impacted you in any way as to how you would, in turn, your input into the
Oh yeah. The Grenada Steelband Association is really a Peck's creation. And there is no way anyone serving the Grenada Steelband Association can escape the value, the influence, and the purpose of Peck. There's nothing you can do to escape reference to Peck. Peck is a creating mind, a creative mind. His death does not stop the creativity that Peck brought to Steelband. And so all that we do today, all that we will do going forward, will have some reference to the written and unwritten book that Peck has left with the Grenada Steelband Association.
Thank you, Mr. Ashby. With that said, I really wish we had more time, because it's been a pleasure speaking to you. But I really wish we had more time. But we need to get on to the final band,
yes.
and I'm seeing some hands waving and so on. So thank you so much, Mr. Ashby, for joining us here.
Well
and
done.
We'll invite Brenda to come back and
well done.
Right, as we introduce the final band. So, folks, the final band this evening, the commentary to the top striker. This one is demonstrate. This one is arranged by Shimori Thomas. Yeah, Brenda, you ready? Good. And they come to now, ready? We.
Thank you very much. And we have come to the end of this, the Peck Pan Explosion. We thank everyone for coming out. Special thank you to all the bands, members of all the 5 bands, and the other members of bands who have performed. A big thank you. And to those of you who also came along, saw the need to come and give support, we thank you very much. We thank you to all the people who sponsored. We say thanks to our community team, Mr. Karim Alexis and Ms. Brenda Patisse. We say thanks to TNR Communications for their streaming of the event. Also to Mr. Nazim Benjamin. As we said before, this is the first of its kind, and we are hopeful that we'll be able to do this maybe on an annual basis as we remember and honor our fallen hero, David Peck Edwards. So on behalf of the Steelband Association and all the people of the Pan fraternity, we thank you very much for coming out, and we wish you God's blessings. Thank you.
So folks, this is where we lock things down. This is the Peck Pan Explosion. We want to thank you. You just heard thank you from Mr. Cecil and Brenda.
Yeah, it was an awesome, it was a really awesome event.
Yeah.
Really, really fantastic. The 5 bands who played here this evening, they all did an excellent job. Of course, all champions in their own right. We'd like to thank those of you online who joined us across the various social platforms and handles, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
It's still not too late to put in a little pledge, Yeah.
Right, yes, please tip the bands. Of course, any amount will be so useful, as they've had a really difficult time, hard hit in terms of their earnings and revenue stream. So thank you so much. Pan is alive. Peck must be smiling, must be very, very happy. And we must commend the Grenada Steelband Association for doing this wonderful, the first ever Peck Pan Explosion. And an explosion it was.
Yeah,
quite
wonderful
a great
explosion, So
I'd like
right
to
now,
thank
folks,
everybody.
the bands, they want to have some fun.
Yes,
all of
so
you
we
guys
gotta
from
go.
England,
It's been
Dudley.
a pleasure.
Yeah,
And,
Cadet in New York.
from everyone,
all the guys.
from everyone here at the St. Paul's Community Center, I am Brenda Batiste. Good evening.
All right, Karim Alexis. Guys, have a wonderful night.